Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here. Serious video today. There have been some quite scary headlines in the papers this last week about a terror threat to Benidorm that was exposed by the security forces. So I'm going to be going over that story for you today. I was a little bit nervous about doing this video. We don't want to alarm anybody obviously, but this has been a big story in the Spanish press and we thought it's important to get the facts over to you guys so you know the truth. On Wednesday, 25th of January, a man of Moroccan origin with Spanish nationality was arrested in Girona thanks to a joint operation between the FBI, Spanish National Police and the Civil Guard. The investigators verified that he was watching the execution of jihadist attacks in Europe and was in the advanced process of jihadist radicalisation with a profile of great violence and aggressiveness. He was sent to prison without bail on the Friday. And according to the order, the 26-year-old man was considered a potential security risk as he had participated in ISIS propaganda, forums and Telegram applications. The same order indicates that he had expressed his interest in acquiring weapons for the commission of a potential attack on the beaches of the town of Benidorm. Investigators have indications that he intended to act in the short term, possibly at Easter, in very crowded and well-known points on the Mediterranean coast. Though Benidorm was mentioned, interior sources have now confirmed that from their interventions on Telegram chats and other applications, it appears that the intention was to attack on any busy beach in the Mediterranean where access would have been compatible with his plans. But there was a certain preference for the beaches in the Valencia region due to their high volume of international tourists. From the messages that have been seized, and mainly from his searches on the internet, especially on the so-called dark web or deep internet, which is a niche for terrorist movements, but also for assets of organised crime, it's known that he had begun to realise his murderous ideas. He'd begun to track information on both the use and the acquisition of not only the weapons themselves, but also how to manage the DE and F weapons permits, which legalise the possession of hunting and competition weapons. In this way, he sought to have access to long arms, that's a shotgun or rifle type firearm, which are the ones which he intended to carry out the attacks on the beaches. It was his rapid process of radicalisation and the visible increase in his activity on those jihadist forums on the net which led to his arrest. His increasingly violent messages aimed at committing real actions and not just applauding attacks that have already been carried out were detected by US FBI analysts. These triggered alerts and precipitated his arrest, carried out by assault units from the Civil Guard and the National Police in an apartment in the Santa Eugenia neighbourhood of Girona, northern Catalonia, where he lived with his father. Worth noting here that Girona is around 600 kilometres from Benidorm, and at the moment there have been no connections made between him and anybody living here in Benidorm. At the time of the arrest, the alleged terrorist did not have any weapons in his possession, although a silhouette cardboard cutout like the ones used in shooting galleries with 7 impacts as well as 6 percussion shells was found. The investigations revealed that the now detainee had contacted another radical resident outside of Spain to acquire an AK-47 rifle, pistols and explosive belts, although when he was arrested he had not materialised any of these purchases. In his conversations in chats with other violent radicals, he showed his obsession with attacking tourists in Benidorm and other popular beach resorts, as well as a desire to attack Moroccan citizens whom he considered excessively Western and Jews residing in Spain. Although in all of these cases he did not seem to have any specific detailed plans to carry out the attacks. In the note with which the Ministry of the Interior informed of the arrest this Friday, it's highlighted that he was watching repeatedly jihadist attacks in Europe and that on the same day of his arrest he did research on how to carry out stabbings and attacks carried out with bladed weapons, and he viewed the real video of a stabbing of a person on a train 18 times. The investigations have also revealed that the alleged jihadist was searching the internet for manuals to make the explosive TATP, known as Mother of Satan, For this, he had initiated contact with a Chinese company with the aim of acquiring a significant amount of acetone, one of the ingredients of this substance. However, at his home, the agents did not find any explosives or ingredients needed to make them. So first of all, I think we need to be saying a massive well done to all the security forces involved. You know, unfortunately, these sort of operations are not rare anymore in the modern world that we live in. There are these nut jobs all over the world. Fortunately, we do have competent security forces that work together with other agencies around the world in identifying risks and preventing these attacks before they take place. So far in 2023, the security forces have detained 5 suspected jihadists. The previous year, 53 arrests of people linked to these terrorist groups were registered. Since 2020, 136 detainees have been registered for jihadism, according to the official statistics from the Ministry of Spain. Of course, it is worrying to many, and some people may be alarmed and put off going to places that have been linked to planned attacks. We all have to do what we feel is right to stay safe in the world, but I do think if you decide to avoid places in fear of things like this, you probably never leave your house. Because as sad as it is to say, these crazy brainwashed individuals are all over the place, and we cannot let them win by living in fear. In response to the news of this arrest, the local government has strongly emphasised the security of Benidorm in a statement. The president of the regional government, Chimo Puig, expressed a message of calm to the public, highlighting that the security forces are doing their job, they're doing it well, and they have the full support of the Generalitat and the institutions. From the Confederation of Tourist Entrepreneurs, they state, this incident is not going to change the perception that the community is a safe destination, because a safe destination is the reality. From the Valencian Tourism Agency, they maintain the same position. They emphasise that if there is one fact that characterises the region, it's that it is a very safe destination and that tourists value it as such. In addition, they emphasise that the alleged jihadist has been detained and absolutely nothing has happened to call into question the security that exists in places like Benidorm. Thanks to the quick and efficient actions of all the agents involved in this case, there was no incident on the beaches, and we can put our trust in the authorities and the agencies to ensure that there never is. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more important news updates like this, but also our fun Benidorm vlogs. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.
Yeah.